Let's do it to it. Do it about it. Hi, it's Phantos.
Reserve time.
This is VP, Mouse Sports Game 2, Hyper XD2L game, please. Buy your tickets. So affordable. Best tournament on right now. Get into the donor client, support your donor community. Join the action halfway through the draft with VP, looking to seal this best of 3. Mouse Sports looking to tie it up and take it to an ultimate finale of ultimateness achieved. So far, Mouse Sports picking up Clockwork, Marana, and the Bane. Virtus Pro picking up Darkseer, Lifestealer, and Vengeful Spirit. Once again, it looks as if Virtus Pro really rate Darkseer and Lifestealer. These were their first picks last game, and they've taken them again. The band so far, not entirely standard, I would say. Perhaps they are fairly standard so far as BP are concerned. They've taken out Pugna, Elder Titan, Naga, and Razor, who have all seen a lot of play. Razor particularly good against the Lifestealer. Meanwhile, Mouse Sports pick up their Doom. Mouse Sports has banned out Lich and Visage, very common, but also taking out the Shadow Fiend and Disruptor. Not 100% common picks.
Mouse Sports turn to ban.
Shadow Fiend is kind of common, but not super common. Disruptor's still working its way in. I think heroes that get, that were big and have been nerfed a little, still seeing more play, even if they're not the best heroes, just because people are comfortable. They've got tried and true combinations, and being able to adapt your team to a new patch just made it easier in the transition by using these more common heroes. Let someone else be big and brave and bold and try out the new stuff. You can always copy them later. Sincere form of flatterer. VP picking up the Shadow Shaman. Now banning out Storm Spirit. Last game, of course. Very effective. God and Blow Your Brain were in sync. They had everything you needed. Just zipping in, ganking, early BKBs on the Storm, big Orchids.
10 seconds.
You couldn't stop it, and in the end, that's only a quarter of the problem, because Blow Your Brain got huge. He just got unstoppable because he wasn't stopped. And I think that's the way with so many big carry heroes. We'll be interested to see how Mouse Sports play this Doom. I believe they like to play Doom as a sort of supportish, safe lane, also get some farm, in the same style of your, Aki Gyrocopter for Alliance. Crit, who I believe is their Doom player, will also play a lot of Kunkka as a support, so just using some unusual heroes. We've got some tankiness to them. And now they pick up a Windrunner, so perhaps I am off the mark. We'll have to see how they want to lane this, but I think you'd have to put Doom in your safe lane. And I don't think you could go there alone against the likes of Vengeful Spirit, Shadow Shaman. They'd be able to gank him so very easily. It'd be really interesting to see how Mouse Sports want to lane this.
10 seconds remaining.
Clockwork, Marana, Doom, even Windrunner, all potentially mid-heroes. I mean, Bane, I suppose, hypothetically, could even as well. Nice to see Bane picked up. I think one of the underrated heroes of the game, especially against the likes of a Lifestealer and Shadow Fiend. You can just sap all their damage, ruin their lives in the early game, and then there's nothing they can do about it. They can't rage out of it, they can't BKB out of it, and then once you hit level 6 you become a ganking machine. Excuse me, just knocking stuff over at the Thanatos HQ. Hope I mentioned my name, I'm Thanatos guy. How's it going? You look well. It's Christmas season, you're starting to get chubby, but you're looking good, healthy, jolly. No, you probably look beautiful, I don't even know. You're Dota players, you probably hate it. Let's run through the teams. NS taking the Vengeful Spirit, Light of Heaven once again on this Darkseer. G taking the Dragon Knight, Blow Your Brain on the Lifestealer, and Arzan taking on the Shadow Shaman. Rasta on the other side. Crit taking the Doom. He is already starting to pull some regen away, so perhaps looking a little bit more supporty. Ace taking on the Clockwork. Syndrome on his Windrunner. Rise taking on the Bane. And Unicorn looks like he's returning to his
30 seconds
hard
to
carry
battle.
role, switching it up with Ace in the last game, but returning to hard carry on the Priestess of the Moon, Mirana. Ennis putting up an early ward. We'll be able to spot out this rune. Blow Your Brain standing down bottom, and looks like an uncontested before the horn section of the game.
The
Runes
battle
can spawn on
begins.
top, bottom, bottom, illusions, dang it. And there's no one better illusion haver than another. None of them have big auras at this stage. If you do have a Lunar on your team, cats and kittens, take that illusion rune and send an illusion to every lane. You get the aura everywhere, and you can almost win a lane off the back of that. Syndra's winning the blocking war. He's going to be taking on G in the mid. Did get beaten pretty soundly last game in, I would say, a fairly even matchup. And with the Zarge support he had coming his way, he should have won that a little bit better, I would think. Blow Your Brain, going to end up having a solo lane. Darkseid could be in some trouble here, being backstabbed by Rise. He's got Nightmare available to him. No Surge as of yet. Unicorn taking a lot of damage. Also want to keep my eyes in this mid lane. AA hasn't skilled up anything yet. Could get Hex. Burst damage of Eavesdrop. That's 140 damage. You think about Zeus Nuke? That is, 70% of that or so. At the early levels.
Denied.
Syndra getting a little bit harassed onto G now. Want to keep my eye on this bot lane as well. Ace could be in some trouble on the rotation. Takes a little harass. Might have lost a clarity there. Maybe a little Zen. I'm just, having one of those days. Shackle now skilled up by Shadow Shaman. I think this will be where the first blood occurs. Shadow Shaman making his move. And the Windrun, the cast time on Windrun not being good enough. Now the Dragon Tail stunning him out. They're going to be able to slap him down. Nightmare on G, not enough. Rise now in pursuit, trying to chase down Alzar, but he's not going to be able to get him. G taking some tower damage, but he's going to be just fine. And once again, VP taking the lead. Invis spawning bottom, and NS will be able to defend that or pick it up. Putting up some defense. Now Arzard taking that, and if some is good, more is better. Gonna look for another gank on the Syndrome. This could be two very, very quick kills on their mid lane. They don't want any of that. Dragon Knight, he's bottling off. He's gonna have all the mana in the world. There it is. Starts with a Shackle, then moves into a Hex, Dragon Tail. Easy. Light of Heaven didn't need to be there, but he was anyway. He'll pick up a little bit of experience.
Dire's middle
And now
tower
some
is under attack.
tremendously slow bobble crowing. Come on. Come on. No, I'm losing. No, catch up. Alright. You're doing the best you can. Crit, stuck in the jungle. Managed to pick himself up one of those troll summons. Has some an undead army just to help him out. Very interesting to see. He just picked up a wrong Alpha Wolf. As in, it wasn't the Alpha Wolf. It was the not Alpha Wolf. He has bottle crowing as well, though. Looks like he'll be doing his best to make this an efficient jungle. Why not just pick up a pack leader's order as well? Why? Come on, man. Why you gotta do it like that? See Arzar moving around, being very mobile in the early game, involved in both kills, and Ace is having to get the heck out of dodge. Might be trying to find this Darkseid. It looks like Light of Heaven has abandoned this top lane, just too dangerous. You get slept up, you take a big arrow to the face, it could be all over. Rana holding her skill points at this stage. I'm not 100% sure where she's going with this. But now some side pulls. Allowing Rise to get the most out of the game he possibly can. Clockwork picking up a rune. As much denying that from his enemies as anything. will be able to scout out this pull-through and defend against it pretty effectively, using resolution to get him away, but I think in the end Ace just mucking that up a little bit.
Do it with flair.
Unable to stop a pull like he wanted to. Crit now picking up the big satyr, the regen crit. Once again though, they're letting Blow Your Brain get huge on the lifesteal, and I think I've seen this movie before, it doesn't go well. Last time he had a 5-minute Midas, this time 4-minute 45. It's getting worse, not better. But they will be able to take out this tower reasonably quickly, not in this wave, especially with the Darkseid now coming to contest. But they're going to be able to do plenty of damage to it, and perhaps in the near future they've got... oh no! They've got Ion Shell ruining their faces, what they got. Plenty of money going the way of Darkseid. Crit continuing to bottle crow. These couriers working overtime. I feel like Ice Frog wanted to nerf bottle crowing, and the best he could do is reducing the ability of supports to buy a flying courier, and that didn't do it. Didn't do it at all. So we have something else entirely. My boy, Crit, a little bit inefficient. Not dropping his gloves as he bottles up. Now standing still, not sure what this is about. Pops off his Scorched Earth and goes for a little slap and tickle. Windrunner getting backstabbed here, stunned out, and shackled out, and killed off. Syndrome is getting absolutely crushed. He's getting some decent farm in the lane, but now they've got 4 heroes here. Azar doesn't have access to his wards at this stage, but the 20 damage ticks on G's Poison Breath, they're going to be able to take this down just fine. Not sure why Mouse are coming to contest. Surely they can't be considering it. But now they're TPing in. Syndrome gets shackled up. Magic Missile as well. Now the Hex being used on Syndrome as well. And he's going to have to run away. And he is just so lucky that that's non-fatal damage coming out of the Dragon Breath. Arrow going to miss from Unicorn. And G's going to escape. He's going to pick up a... did he get the tower? No. Radiant got the tower kill. Pick up an Invis Rune. Refill his bottle. Switch your treads. Switch your treads, bro. Another mild inefficiency coming out from VP, but I suppose he wanted to be in strength treads. Not sure if you can change him while invisible. So, you know, maybe I'm wrong. Blow Your Brain, getting huge again. Last time he had exactly this, plus some Orb of Venom and 500 gold. But a minute later. So if he gets 500 gold in the next minute, he'll be ahead of where he was last game, and he went out of control last game. This is more problems. Windrunner getting dove on by G. Not able to get shackled to a tree, just off a mark. Blow Your Brain getting big. This is all his Christmases come at once. He couldn't be less contested in this lane.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's slapping down the siege creep and no one's doing anything about it. Clockwork has access to hook shot, but I don't know if he can take Blow Your Brain at this stage. Blow Your Brain's huge, even with the Orb of Venom. Now the hook shot flying in, Doom being used immediately, and they're going to kill off Blow Your Brain. Needs to spend his gold at this stage. He can't possibly escape. Unable to, though. Didn't manage to get his TP before taking the death. Switching up his items at this stage. Maybe he's just bored. And he does lose some efficiency with Hand of Midas going to be off cooldown for about 15 seconds before he can use it again back in lane.
Is under attack.
Syndrome finally finding some space. Trying to catch up, but he has been really crippled early on.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Check the network chart and all those deaths just stymieing
Dire's top tower is under
the captain
attack.
mid player.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Meanwhile, the top tower died. Looks like VP taking a page out of VP's book. VP taking a page out of Manson's book, that is to say. Last game, the Pugner. Enigma. They want to take big fights and kill everything. Now, Shadow Shaman, Darkseer, Vengeful, Dragon Knight. These are all heroes that can sustain a good push. Smoke being broken, though. Surge him up. G's gonna try and find Rise. I don't think Rise has good vision around here, and he's found, and he's dead. He's not dying, he's dead. He's dead, he's done. Good day. Done data. He's perished. He ceased to be. Well, V4 put some pressure. Blow your brain. It's gonna be in a little bit of trouble. They suspect a reaction top where they've been pushing, but it's bottom. It's another Doom, it's another hookshot. Does miss this time, but still going to be able to catch him in the cogs, catch him with the Doom, hit him with a brain sap. And they are drinking the hater rate. They don't want Blow Your Brain to get big again, and that is Crit's job, and he's doing a tremendous bit of work at the moment. Light of Heaven, building his mech. He's going to have better timing than last game. Finds this stack made for him. Well, not made for him, but, you know, to his eyes, it'll look tailor-made. Oh, and he has his mech up already. That's something like 4 or 5 minutes quicker than last time. I thought he still needed to be at 5 arrest speed, but he's way ahead of schedule, and now he does 5 boots of speed, so that might be where the advantage came from. Keep my eye on the bottom. Looks like NS wants a little piece. Doesn't have swap available to him, pops up a magic missile, but they're in trouble now. There's a 4-man rotation, dust being popped up immediately. Blow Your Brain gonna be blown off by the Fiend's Grip, and NS caught a huge arrow. That's a big engagement from Mouseport, and they're gonna be able to parlay this into a tower kill if they want it. They've got the Siege Creep available to them. Crit's gonna be able to tank this out with the Scorched Earth, and they are on the chase. They want Arzard Syndrome. He's got his Invis Rune, trying to line up a latch, but unable to.
Radiant's bottom tower
Cutting creeps, and with the Siege Creeps, as I mentioned, going to be able to take it down really swiftly. Syndrome, not there, and in any case, doesn't have Focus Fire skilled up, and in the end, they're not able to get the tower. I feel like they could have put a lot more aggression onto it if they had wanted to.
Radiant's bottom tower
just a little bit of flim-flammery, a little bit of dilly-dallying just around here. Now, Power Shot coming in the backside from Syndrome, takes a little bit of tower. Let's check it. It does do damage, Syndrome, I can confirm.
Radiant's bottom tower
now Shadow Blade being picked up on G, and this is a problem. He's immediately infested, and you talk about the first, the first gank with a Blink Dagger on Bat Rider is going to be a kill. The first gank with an infested, invisible Dragon Knight, oh yeah, this should be a kill. But perhaps now sensing something is up. Arzard able to get the deny. The infest coming out again, and I don't think that Mousesports know he's got the Shadow Blade available to him yet. We'll see it now though, as he pops off the Dragon Form and gets that Corrosive Breath to tick-tock away. Look at that damage. All that extra damage, and now the Moonlight Shadow Shackle Shot's gonna latch, and Arzard is caught in all the wrong places. Bane gonna be able to finish him off, but Magic Missile flies into him now. The Hook Shot gonna catch out Blow Your Brain, and now they're on the chase. They want NS. They were unable to get the stun onto him. Meanwhile, God able to escape using that newly minted Shadow Blade. Light of Heaven split pushing up top, not available for these fights, and he is their mech carrier. I'm wondering about his position. Light of Heaven just roaming through the jungle, enemy jungle, for a little while now. Not sure what key item he's building towards. He's got his mana available, he's got his mech available. What's he looking for at this stage? Why is he not in the fights with his team? There must be a grand plan coming, but I'm just not aware of it yet. Smoke being used by Rise. He's on his own though, doesn't have anyone with him smoked up as well. Syndrome, entirely too visible for my liking, but we'll see if he manages to work it out. Has made a decent comeback after being crushed so very badly. With the Invis Stone being popped up on Unicorn, now the ward's being dropped. G got slept up with defensive sleep, now a TP reaction coming in. Vengeful Spirit going to be able to kill off Mirana first, but he's next to 4. Crit going to be killed off. The Haterade being drunk by AA, and now they're trapped inside the cogs. This is a big fight for VP, and they got a massive team wipe. They're going to be able to kill this tower. They're going to be able to take mid-tier 2, maybe. Probably not. And that was beautiful. If you're a VP
top
fan,
tower has fallen.
Light of Heaven doesn't need to go to fights when the fights come to him like that. And Blow Your Brain, he's getting big again. Light of Heaven has been able to use that palm effectively, and the amount of kills he got in that last engagement was tremendous. I think it was 0-0-0 last time I checked. Now it's 2-0-4. He would have gotten the assist, that's right, in the mid lane against the Windrunner. That's why he has more than 5 since last I checked. Because he doesn't. NS has picked up his swap. I'll make him more effective. But he'd really like to get that level 11, one of the more important support levels. 650 just not enough. When heroes are attacking at 600 range, you need to get in there. 600 plus 400, you only have to go, what, 75 points of movement? I don't know, 75 distance away to get into an aggressive swapping position. Ace going to be able to pick up that invis move. Was spotted out. Bubble Ward just dropped by NS. So the positioning a lot easier with level 2 is, you know, how that works. Ace found G, doesn't have any vision though. He might want to find an easier target, and Light of Heaven might just be it. He's got a Blink Dagger though now. He is continuing to farm. Because if some farm is good, more is better. Ace looking desperately to try and use this invis rune. Scouting through the jungle, but he won't find anyone. He might be able to pick up someone, TPing to this back tower, then coming up this way. I reckon around here, that's his sweet spot right at the moment. He's just going to stand there and wait. But Crit Syndrome deciding to pull out. Not comfortable with how this is going. Ace firing up a rocket flare. I'll give up his line, but not his distance. And they're able to take this tower, but meanwhile they need to TP back. There's a shackle being put onto G. Doom wants to blow your brain, but Doom's going to fall first. Now a vacuum being pulled into a wall, and that's not very effective. Awful camera control, and meanwhile blow your brain able to pick up Ace. Back towards the tower, they're going to be able to pick this up with their wards. They might be able to run into a tier 2. They run straight through the wall, they give not a care, not a hoop. They've got vision on Rise now, extra movement speed being given, and Dragon Knight taking chunks. He will be able to finish off Bane. Meanwhile, Shadow Shaman able to help kill off Syndrome. I don't know what he was doing there. Infest in and out, Blow Your Brain recovering his health. He's got a full armlet available to him when the courier makes its way over. They're going to take tier 2 as well, and I don't see why they can't turn this into Rosh. NS managing to pick up that last hit. This is big problems if you're a Mouseforce fan. It looks like they're going to go down 2-0 unless something good happens to them soon. Now look at that, isn't that clever? They're dropping their arcane boost so they get a bigger percentage boost by the mana restore. See, why can't you switch treads if you can actually drop items on the ground? Come on G. Now building towards a BKB, and the smoke's gonna pop, and they know exactly where Ace is. Immediately gets hexed up and immediately gets blown apart. But he's gonna live, maybe. Blow Your Brain chasing deep. Arzark being hit by the Fiend's Grip. They're gonna be able to finish off Rise. Big vacuum gonna hit plenty of them. Now a defensive Cog's gonna try and split up the fight. Rise is gonna fall. Crit will be next to follow, but he does manage to get off a Doom onto Blow Your Brain. On the other side of the fight, Mirana picks off the Dragon Knight. And Light of Heaven trying to make his presence felt. Doesn't have mana available for anything. Soul Ring is available though. He could drop a wall, but the cooldown nerf on vacuum could be important at this stage. NS hits him with a magic missile, blinks in, hitting him with all that damage coming out of Iron Shell, Wave of Terror, and using that Iron Shell as best he can. Ace traps himself in the cox, he's in all sorts of trouble, but the arrow is going to learn from Unicorn, and he's going to be able to finish him off. Now Unicorn on the chase, NS might deny himself to Roche, runs uphill, gets hit anyway. No missed chance for you. And in the end, whoa, what a fight. I think Mouse recovering nicely, but I'd have to look again to be sure. That was a cluster muck. A complete muck-up. Mucking brilliant? I don't know. Words I can't say, but there's a lot of action going on, you know? Take a look at the charts, they'll be able to tell me what happened. Looks like a pretty severe tick down. That would indeed indicate a Mouse victory, but the gold earned is still a problem for them. They don't have the farm they need on Unicorn. He's building towards a what looks like a BKB as far as that Ogre Club is concerned. Has a Ring of the Killer and Yasha for a little bit of mid-game utility, but not able to do much more than that. I want to keep my eye on Ace. He might be lining up a hookshot. He might know what's here. Nope, just picking up a regen room. Arzart returning to the jungle. Looks like he'll be building towards an Aghanims. Because if some ward damage is good, double is better, right? And he does get double damage on those wards at level 1. Really important upgrade. Level 1 plus Ags, much more effective than level 3. So that's a huge item for him. And considering that pretty much every time you drop those wards, you can look towards getting a tower, maybe more if there's a Rax nearby. That's a big upgrade if he can manage to find it. NS just has a casual cloak at the moment. Feels like he's getting blown up too easily, and earn as well the natural tankiness. But now the Elder Dragon form being popped off by G. Blow your brain. He's got an Ion Shell on him. Shackle shot. Landing. Syndra, he's way too deep, but the sleep goes off onto NS. Moonlight Shadow being popped, Doom being thrown onto Blow Your Brain. Now the hookshot comes in, and immediately Rise is blown off as soon as they saw the Fiend's Grip coming. Ace being shackled up, crit on the run. Unicorn on low health, he'll leap away to safety. Meanwhile, Doom managing to kill Lifestealer. Blow Your Brain falling to the Doom damage. Vengeful Spirit picking up another kill with Magic Missile. That's a disengagement, and in the end, a good engagement for VP, but not great. It was a good engagement. They won't be able to take Rush off this. They don't have their natural Aegis carrier. But with this action, I thought Crit was going to be caught out. Lovely defensive full stuff coming the way of Syndra. Now he's trying to fire into G. I don't know if he can do anything about this. The tower's going to take all that corrosive breath damage. Tickety, top. Look at all that damage. They're nowhere near. And meanwhile, Blow Your Brain able to pick up a Mithril Hammer. Oh no, Skull Basher. Light of Heaven continuing to farm, putting on some split push, and he's been really effective this game. He hasn't made as many appearances as I think he probably could have, but he still has involvement in well over half of the team's kills, and has plenty of items to show for it, perhaps an outbuilding towards an Aghanims of his own, which I feel has really seen a lot of play recently. People just love their Aghanims. You compare that to the sort of supporty offlaner types. You crit, he's only got a mech and earn a bottle Arcane Boots. This sort of basic 101 utility Doom items. He doesn't have anything more than that. Syndra, 4 staff. Boots. This is Ace. He was the farmer last game, and now he has Tread and a Bracer. And that's pretty much it. Rise, desperately poor. I mean, even the ability to buy a casual cloak is something that Rise would envy at this stage. And, you know, I'll just confirm that gold chart. 12,000 lead. Experience, 7,000 lead. Just under. It's problematic. They tried to shut down Blow Your Brain again, but it looks like he's going to be the difference in this game. Mouse are in serious trouble. I would pick them as just favourites in this game going into it. Not sure what the Dota 2 Lounge odds were, but easy res if you're a VP supporter, I would suspect. Unless they find an answer soon. They do scale nicely into the end game. Windrunner can perform as a semi-carry. Clockwork drops off a little, but still has plenty of utility with his cogs and his continual stun. Also able to buy, you know, your Shivas and your 4-stars, other utility items to help themselves out. Crit, I mean, if you're Inquisitor, this is a carry hero. This is just a carry hero. Bane always scales well. Fiend's Grip always useful. Goes through BKBs, goes through Rage. Enfeeble does the same. So they have a lineup that can transition into the late game, but you are up against a strong tricore from Lifestealer, Dragon Knight, and Darkseer, so you have to have at least parity, I would think. But immediate swap being put in, now the Hex onto Ace. They drop a wall for this aid, putting massive commitment, long arrow flying in from Unicorn, doing plenty of damage. Defensive wards being dropped by Ace. He's going to try and find his way out of there, but he's not going to be able to. Open Wound's going to be used to help pop him. And Bane dying on the other side of the fight, and this might be enough to go high ground. They drop the wards on top of it. Aghanims was available for that as well. Those are doing double damage. Double! chunks of damage being taken out of the tower, and they are in range of the Raxes as well. Looks like they're focusing the range Rax. Not sure if that's a choice because the new wave out works, but looks like only half of them can reach the melee Rax. Now an Infest in the Light of Heaven has Blink Dagger as well, Soul Ring available to him as no Vacuum, but he does have Surge available to him, and now he will surge himself up. Blink in, big Infest out, and this could be the game unless they do something right. Doom's gonna be the first to fall soon, there he goes, and now Unicorn trying to run away, gets hit by a long stun Dragon Tail. And I think that might be GG, that's a full lane of Rax. Clockwork, looks like he wants a piece, he's trying to take out Light of Heaven, but he caught out the Shadow Shaman as well. Riot's gonna die, defensive sleep won't be enough. Everyone survives, it's nearly a full team wipe onto Mouse. They're going to be able to take this tier 3 tower with relative ease. I think this might be GG, a 2-0 clean sweep going the way of the Russians from Virtus Pro. Aghanim's everywhere. Aghanim? Do you have Aghanim here? No, you're poor. You can't get Aghanim. Was working towards that BKB, but that's 2 lanes of Rax. I would have said you needed an advantage to make this competitive going into the late game. Even with the amount of cores they have, they are going to be able to pick off NS. Shackle gonna land. Starfall, that'll be the kill, but that's fine. VP won't lose too much sleep over that, and Dragon Knight has picked up a Reaver. He's heading most likely towards Heart. Could be a Satanic. I'm expecting a Heart. And then you can't kill him. It can't be done. Gets latched onto by Ace, and he's within range of this Sentry Ward. Gonna be able to rage and TP out, and when I say rage, I of course mean BKB, and another Abyssal being popped off by Lightstealer at the end of last game. This is what made the difference in the final fight. This is exactly the same build from Blow Your Brain, and I still don't see an answer from Mouse Sports. They've been hit by the same thing. They're gonna try and sneak a Roche, and I think they might be able to in time, but VP might smell what's happening. G and Blow Your Brain. Looks like they're headed on the way. They smoke up, they want to contest this, or at least take a fight around the Rosh Pit. They have wards as well as the wall available to them. And there, big blink in from Light of Heaven, hits a beautiful wall, catches out 3 or 4. Crit just melts as well as the Ace on the Clockwork. Mirana gonna use the Aegis almost immediately. Doom being popped off on AA, and that is GG, well played. Mirana can't handle it. She will die just one more time. Crit doesn't want a piece of it, he disconnects. Game over. Beautiful execution coming out of Light of Heaven. He had the advantage in that fight, but really, really strong execution, blinking in at the perfect time. They will pick up a 2-0 victory. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I was Thanatos. This has been a HyperX D2 Game 2 and a best of 3 VP. Congratulations, winners 2-0.